Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Car Question. Matt with
James.
And this week we are driving
The Honda Pilot Trailsport.
Oh, this is a new package that you can get, and it's supposed to bring you farther and farther into off-road territory. But is it really the big deal? Because a lot of manufacturers are doing that now. You've got the Trailmansion, Pro this, Pro that, TRD, off-road. Where does it get you?
I don't know. We know that Subaru wants you to go to Canada parks.
Yeah.
But where do we go with this one?
I don't know, but is it only some kind of appearance package or a real go-to package?
And can you be trail and sport or just trail or sport?
That's a good question. So this is the start of the 4th generation of the Honda Pilot. By the way, check out those older image of the 3rd generation. Oh my God, what was that? Some kind of minivan on high heels pretending to be sport?
I don't know, but you know what? It's gone. Thank God.
Yes, so feel free to go check the previous generation in our video, and feel free also to check its performance with its all-wheel drive system, which was kind of average. So now with the addition of the Trailsport package, you will see that they improved that. But first, let's look at the exterior. Finally, Honda has gained more grunt.
Yes, it looks more like a truck now. And as you can see, other than that big Honda logo,
it's not big, it's huge.
It's so huge, man. You have LED lights, 18 inches wheels in aluminum. It's 20 inches on the base model. And on this Trailsport, Matt, you have Continental Terrain Contact all-terrain tires.
Yeah, but be careful, James. Now, here in Quebec, it's mandatory to use winter tire. But feel free to go check the OEM tires that you're gonna get. By the way, are you supposed to be able to roll with those in the big snow? Well, those are not winter tire. When you look at them, they're not that aggressive. Even if you're gonna face some mud hole, guess what? I wouldn't go there before checking how deep it is, because you've got the name, but you don't really get the aggressive treads that you want on those regular off-road tires. But don't get me wrong though, it's cool to have more sidewall, and also with the ground clearance that's been added to the Pilot Trailsport, this is a big plus though.
Yes, talking about ground clearance, it's 8.3 inches in total. It's an inch more than the base trim, Matt.
And you've got also a matching full spare tire, under the vehicle. So let's say that you have a flat, you need to get that out. Sometimes it's going to be muddy, and make sure that you do some maintenance on those to make sure that you're going to be able to remove them really easily when you're going to need them. Also, you're going to have the addition of skid plates, but those are not really strong. Remember when you tested those at the Forester Wilderness?
I tested those. Did I? Really?
Yeah, look at that video.
No.
There you go. It left a dent. I'm pretty sure those ones will dent pretty easily also.
For my defense, you told me it was okay, and it was not. For the record.
Let's get back to the Pilot. So if this gives you a little bit of free mind once you're going to roll in off-road territory, make sure you're going to stay clear of those big rocks and those tree stumps that might harm the underbody of your vehicle. So inside though, typical SUV, you've got different configuration that you can go for, but with the Trailsport, we have 2 captain seats right there in the back for a total of 7 passengers inside though. And how about technology, James? Do I feel that there's not a lot of change?
As we know it now, Honda and Acura also all the same interior, so you have to adapt to that because that's what you'll see everywhere.
Well, you've got also a 7-inch screen base model. The one that we have right now is 9 inches. It doesn't really show that it's a bigger screen. And often also you're going to look at it, you're going to look at Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Yes, wireless, thank you. But as soon as you get into Apple CarPlay, you have to move your head to make sure that, hey, am I looking at this road straight? You've got a mix of old school needle right there in the cluster with some digital section, which is kind of okay, but yes, reminds us of a Civic. All the climate control are easy to use, and look at that. Nice little sound added when you select your temperature. We're gonna do some ASMR video or whatever that popular crap is right now. But if you want that, feel free to tell us we're going to do that. But I still don't understand the trend. The center console, lots of storage, but they should have done something with that kind of shifter that I don't really like from Honda and Acura.
It's not complicated, Matt. I didn't like it with the Acura RDX, and I don't like it now. That's it, that's all. It's not intuitive.
Yeah, QI charger, your phone's gonna move all around. Don't get me wrong, you've got a lot of storage in that center console. You've got also easy access to your drive mode, but next thing you know, they should have used all these electronic buttons and give us more storage space maybe down there. As you step in the second row of seating, wow, comfortable, headroom, enough shoulder room, easy access, and even in the back, you know, it's kind of okay for children, way more than the previous generation, which was kind of smaller though.
But for adults like us, not so great, but not that bad.
No, you've got also a Bose sound system with 12 speakers, which is going to be added to the fun of pressing about a button and talking to your children completely in the back with the cabin talk feature, and that's a thumbs up to that. And finally, you've got also a huge roof, perfect for adventure if you want to check what's going on with the trail.
Look at the stars.
Yeah. No. I want to pop my head and look at the trail.
Oh!
No, don't do that while driving. Let's talk about the engine though.
It's a V6 3.5 liter, 285 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque, maintained to a 10-speed automatic transmission. But hey, where's the VTEC?
Oh, I don't know. It's gone. No more VTEC kick in. No more. I don't know what happened, but they are simply using a regular atmospheric engine now. It sounds great. It sounds powerful. You've got that 100 notes to it, but where's the VTEC? It's gone out on the highway. So all-wheel drive system, it's an IVT M4 system of second generation, and with the Trailsport, it's going to be able to send 20% more torque capacity to that rear vectoring differential. And believe me, it's fun on trail and off the trail on the road. We'll talk about that later. How about towing?
3,500 pounds to 5,000 pounds depending on the trim or if you have the towing package.
Let's talk about driving behavior, performance. Well, you've got different driving mode, and this is where it gets complicated. You have so many modes: sport, normal, snow, towing, trail, sand. My God, if it's snowy out there and I'm towing, which one do I choose?
I don't know, Matt. Or if it's snowy outside and you have to go to your chalet, which one are you taking?
I don't know. Am I going to choose trail?
I don't know.
Okay, it's
What
kind of
would you
confusing. I don't know. What would you choose? So usually we're going to be driving in eco mode, but as soon as we're going to face something, yeah, we need to select the trail button. It's Trailsport, no?
Yeah, trail or sport, not both. And also, does it change really something to the driving of that vehicle?
Well, it's going to change the way that the all-wheel drive system will react. Steering, light input, though, light changes in the steering. Acceleration, maybe a little, but you know what? Give us less mode and give us things that really change something. That's going to be a big thumbs up. So once we hit the regular road, guess what? Acceleration or braking are not really impressive. Why? Because the vehicle got bigger, got more weight, and next thing you know, we've got the Trailsport with those bigger sidewall on the tires. So it doesn't give you that great, awesome feeling of sportiness. But once you're going to get into Montreal and face those craters of Morse that you're going to see on the road everywhere, wow, this is where it shines. I think I love how they configured that Trailsport with that suspension, and how about also that sway bar in the front, which is going to give you more movement and a more balanced ride on some rugged roads. Once you're going to get off-road though, well, it's still okay, but it's the transmission which is kind of tricky. So even if you put it into trail mode, once you're going to climb that big hill of sand, the transmission will always want to change gear. Even if you fix it with the paddle, even if you press on the S button here, next thing you know, she has a mind on her own and will decide whatever she wants. But otherwise, the balance of sport and trail is not that bad. You know, this is a convertible vehicle with a low noise inside the cabin, maybe a little bit of tire noise because you've got more tread in some kind of way, but you've got that balance which is going to be really useful if you're living in an area where the roads are not really nice.
All the province of Quebec. That's it.
So once you're gonna step on the brake though, be careful. You've got a lot of nose movement. And if you're gonna send this vehicle into curve, believe me that the rear diff, this configuration, the Trailsport, is kind of tail happy. It's kind of too bad though that you cannot simply shut off every safety feature, because this would be a nice drifting SUV though. Let's talk about fuel consumption.
13 liter in city, 10.3 on the highway. That's very high.
Price, a Trailsport model like we have right now in Canadian price, it's gonna be $69,000, just a little bit more with taxes. This is a lot of money. If you're gonna finance it, more than $83K. If you want a base Pilot though,
it's not that much better, Matt. It's $74,000 with the taxes and the financing.
Wow, that's a lot of money. For our US friends, you've got a price right now in the screen. USD is a little bit more affordable. But hey, this is the price of sport utility vehicle today. It's kind of going up and it's crazy. By the way, those are 2024 price. Minus side, no more VTEC sound. Fuel efficiency is not really amazing with the 6-cylinder. A lot of people are gonna happy though to stay with the 6-cylinder rather than go for turbo. And you've got also that standard touchscreen interface, which is kind of really too small compared to whatever the industry, the other manufacturer are gonna offer to you. Acceleration and braking performance, well, it's not really sport. Usually the Pilot used to be top ranking within its segment. Now it's a little bit going down. And you've got also those towing hooks that are under the oil pan. My God, if you're gonna get stuck into off-road territory, that's not gonna be great. On the plus side though, V6 power rather than going 4-cylinder turbo, a roomy first and second row seating, really comfortable, perfect length for your legs, lots of cargo and interior storage spot, even in the door. Even if you got a big bottle, James, you're gonna be able to fit it. And how about those little pouch in the rear for your cell phone, your children's cell phone?
That's quite a thing, Matt. I didn't see anything like this before.
You've got easy to use control for the vents, and you've got also that awesome resale value and reliability that Honda, well, is pretty much used to get. But hey, the big question now, are you going to go Passport or are you going to go Pilot Trailsport?
Interesting question. I'd go with the Pilot because it's a new gen, the Passport is still on the old gen, and this one is way more beautiful and way more fun.
Oh, I don't like to carry a lot of children around, so feel free to comment in the section down there below. Do a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you another time on another video of Car Question.